Hey, it's Nathan, and today I just kind of wanted to talk about sides. Especially when it comes to politics and, how kind of this concept of sides has started to kind of evolve lately. How do people usually end up on a side, is it their upbringing, kind of what their family is, or, did they end up choosing this side, based on, finding common ground, with the side's beliefs and values? I have started to realize that there is a pretty valid counter-argument for, most, not all, but, most of these issues on either side. For example, diversity and inclusion, can be good to enact, but if it overrides talent and sense, is it actually a good thing? It is interesting to note that, people do seem to end up banding together if there's a common problem, so that is good to see. My main concern, though, is, if these divisive issues will ever find solutions, or will we kind of just be in an endless battle with no end in sight? Many of these issues just seem to not really have a valid solution anywhere close. So are we and politicians, actively trying to find one, or just trying to play sides? It can feel good to, be part of a community and a group, find camaraderie with these people. Man, with the sheer amount of people in the world today, it can be much more manageable to kind of align ourselves with the community and kind of go through life with these comrades at our side. There are definitely, topics that deserve and need to be discussed and debated, especially when it comes to, human life, human safety, and human well-being. However, these sides, they seem to be dividing people more and more, and I wonder if it's kind of gone too far. A variety of factors, seems to be making people more and more aggressive and violent towards each other. People just kind of seem angry lately, want to take it out on someone. I'm just worried that, hate is starting to kind of make its way into how these two parties, these two sides kind of interact with each other. We're trying to solve societal issues, or just trying to hate and look down on each other. Being on a side is an easy way to kind of promote bringing up your own side and taking down the other. I wonder if the world and society was at its peak, would people kind of be amicable with everybody? Or would there still be hate amongst the populace? It does seem like not having a two-party system usually doesn't work, though. Having a one-party system tends to just kind of result in tyrants, and having a three-party system just seems to exclude that third party. So, are we in a two-party system because it's kind of the only thing that works? Are we kind of simply trying to simplify the world? But it is interesting to note that many natural elements and aspects of the world does kind of involve two of things, like positive and negative, male and female, day and night. Competition can be a driving force in betterment and improvement. For example, Democrats, Republicans, they're constantly debating over multiple issues, trying to figure out better solutions than their counterparts. But, if compromises and solutions are never made, is this competition or just simply people wanting to be better than and simply hate their opposition? It makes me wonder how the two-party system would work if it was kind of done to its highest ideals. Would we be in a utopia right now, or would there still be issues? In fact, do we want to be in a utopia? On a quick note, I wonder why, independent candidates can never seem to, gain any traction, win elections, especially when it comes to the presidency. I wonder if people really consider these people, or if they just kind of go for their side. It does seem like a much better option to just, declare a side instead of going independent, even if this person's ideals may align more with the center. I can definitely think of one particular former president that could have went independent. So, man, if this guy even ended up, aligning himself with the side, kind of makes me wonder if there will ever be an independent candidate that, will be able to kind of, gain enough votes to really compete with their Democratic and Republican counterparts. I feel like many people are just people, they have different beliefs, different values, different views on different issues. I wonder how many people actually follow every single view of a particular party. If someone agrees with, most or even half of a particular party's views, but disagrees with the other half, what does that make them? Or it seems like some people, vote for an entire party without really knowing the candidates themselves. But I admit it is it is difficult to research every single candidate on a particular ballot. You know, so maybe this could be improved upon, you know, maybe with how these candidates are advertised, maybe additional debates, or maybe they can include them somehow in the big debates. You know, having sides can help bring energy into the world and help move it forward. Gives people purpose, common ground to really fight for something, you know, for the betterment of society. But it just seems like we're in an endless stalemate with many of these issues. And, you know, with these sides becoming more and more solidified, it may be, you know, preventing us from, you know, finding solutions that can, you know, actually help resolve these issues, you know, save people, and make the world and society a better place.